This was supposedly a romantical thing, said Zoe. I'll say affirmed, yet we realize she couldn't simply plunk down it, just in sorry for myself. It resembles, nah kid you damn, you're actually seeming to be yourself, like ain't nothing transformed you ain't. Underscore underscore. Up you ain't solid, like you actually seeming to be Fox, like you attempted to truly get me, they attempted to truly get me in prison. And I needed to endlessly battle, you recall, saucy, earthy colored. She's made some sensation charges in regards to JC that will stun you. Jay-Z is a man of force and extraordinary esteem. And that has permitted him to pull off a ton of things, yet this time, Charming Brown isn't allowing things to slide. Numerous music specialists currently depict the 1990s female rapper as crazy, yet we'll surrender that to you to conclude that I've had the option to defeat difficulty and essentially come out sound, which is something essential. Saucy Brown, genuine name Inga Marchand, has admitted that her past to rap fame included some significant pitfalls and everything occurred while she was youthful. She guarantees Jay-Z, then 27, took her virginity when she was only 15 years of age. And that Hova, who she asserts has a pony, you understand what financed her shopping excursions and spoiling at hair and nail salons while she was still in secondary school, all to get into bed with her at the outset. We'd hop in the van, we'll go to Maryland. We'll go any place, you understand what I'm talking about, yet stand by there's more. Jay-Z, as per Charming, feels weak at the knees over trans individuals. She guarantees she found this after one started calling and pestering her soon after Jay-Z gave her gonorrhea. Yes, truly think about what I will say. Oh, you understand I'm saying my opinion on what I will do. Saucy additionally asserted that one of her sex meetings with Jay-Z was recorded. That is when Charming notices that she and Jay were in good company. Mr. Jamie Foxx was the certifiable Wanda from Unfiltered and Full of Life. As per Saucy, Jay-Z marked her to various gag orders for where she, Jamie, and Jay participated in a trio, and that the tape was unexpectedly taken from her home not long after the event, and Saucy was persuaded Jay was behind it. Yet assuming you felt that was with or without, you thought wrong from the trans claims. Saucy said there was one consistency in Hova's presence. Jay-Z and Larry Johnson, as per Saucy, were excessively near-be pals, given that Jay once imparted a loft to the NBA hotshot who once repped Rocawear. This doesn't appear to be that unrealistic. During her sincere depiction of her experience with Jay-Z, Charming was said to have additionally communicated a profound aversion for Jay's significant other. Beyonce, we should say she got straight to the point about her in the event. That genuineness is deplorable. Do you have at least some idea why, since we're managing a casualty, in addition to the fact that she was a survivor of a sexually transmitted disease, she was a survivor of legally defined sexual assault? As a youngster, R. Kelly was boycotted by Jay-Z subsequent to being blamed for kid attack. How is Jay-Z any unique, assuming Saucy's charges are valid? Jay-Z and Charming Earthy Colored's relationship during the 90s started with Charming Earthy Colored's inclusion in LL Cool J's I Shot Ya, I Shot You remix when she was around 14 or 15 years of age. Brown proceeded to team up with a few significant craftsmen at the time, yet none more huge than her successive partner and co-essayist Jay-Z. Their most memorable, significant two-part harmony, Ain't No, was highlighted on the soundtrack for the film The Nutty Teacher, delivered in 1996, kept in 1994. The tune opens with Jay-Z's Shoreline's Fox Brown, no doubt Jay-Z. Would I keep it fresher than the following? No requirement for you to at any point perspire the following with speed. I make the best see the exit, to be sure trailed by you need to realize you're entirely regarded by me. You get the keys to the Lexus. With no driver you got your own 96 something to ride. And heap your butt restricted in versus. That is the reason the choral turns into an enthralling two-part harmony between Charming Brown and Jay-Z. I'll let you folks read this yourself. Ain't no like the one I got. Nobody can you better dozes around. Yet he gives me a ton keeps you in jewels and cowhides. Companions will let me know I ought to let you be advised the oddities, to find their very own man of their own man of their own. While there are clashing reports about saucy, earthy-colored's age during the arrival of the melody in 1996 authority records, show that all pre-blended accounts, including vocals, were finished by 1994, when Brown was roughly 14 or 15. Her presentation collection, Sick Nana, delivered when she was 17, likewise highlighted 5 co-composing credits, with Jay-Z strikingly, the nominal tune Ilna, where Carter was the essential co-essayist, displayed Jay-Z's impact. We should simply sit. It got a little hot, and maybe Saucy Technique Man didn't add to the composition of these verses. However, Jay-Z and his partners formed this physically charged collection. The verses and content of another track, I'll include Jay-Z, are additionally inconceivably realistic, showing a delivery date around 1997 with the reissue, while the vocals were recorded somewhere in the range of 1994 and 1996, ages 14 to 16. Jay-Z kept on teaming up with Brown on her collection, China Doll, delivered in January 1999, after which their expert correspondence apparently reached a conclusion. Different sources, including 50 Penny, Wendy Williams, and Lady Run, have either suggested, or by and large affirmed, the underage connection between Saucy Brown and Jay-Z in the ahead of schedule to mid-90s. Ness specifically freely affirmed this offense on Jay-Z's part in his 2001 collection Stillmatic. On the single Ether, the expendable lines inside the diss track cause a stir. Charming got you hot in light of the fact that you kept your face in her puss, what you assume you getting young ladies now due to your looks, while Saucy Brown has confronted widely acclaimed battles with her emotional wellness. She has, like we referenced before, made jostling affirmations, guaranteeing that Jay-Z took her virginity when she was 15, gave her an STI, and made her a medication donkey, albeit the authenticity of these charges and her psychological solidness might be addressed with potential withdrawals. The dubious reactions from Jay-Z's previous co-chief Woman Run, who professes to have no memory of Jay-Z marking saucy, earthy-colored race, further worries. Moreover, one can likewise scrutinize the direction of her vocation. It is critical to perceive and address the possibly debased circumstances that Charming Brown and Jay-Z might have been engaged with during the 90s, like the upsetting instance of R. Kelly and Aaliyah Scratch Gun. Once participated in a genuine discussion with Lady Run on a great many subjects anyway. It was their conversation about the well-established tales encompassing Jay-Z and Charming earthy-colored that genuinely started interest, offering the conversation starter at the last part of the meeting. Cannon asked at what age was Charming Brown, marked causing a commotion and making way for a noteworthy exchange, quickly shielding himself. The Rockefeller prime supporter cleverly expected the heading of the discussion. I wasn't focusing on saucy earthy-colored. I didn't sign Charming earthy-colored. Quit placing me in that. Don't avoid the real issue. Express whatever you might be thinking. It became obvious that group planned to address the steady murmurs regarding Jay-Z's supposed inclusion with Charming earthy-colored when she was underage. I thought Fox was like 16. That is all I'm saying. The magnetic host communicated woman accordingly redirected any relationship with the matter, declaring, did I sign her? It seems like you got an inquiry for Jay. Pose to him. Don't pose me his inquiries. You all continue to ask me. You all need to ask him. Since he ain't here, ask him. I ain't God. __. To do with that, and I don't actually know nothing about that. And presently I would try and prefer not to not recall anything about that. Tested further ordinance. Examined, endeavoring to dig further into the elements among Saucy and Jay in the event that she got endorsed at 16. So what are you referring to? Accordingly, lady openly addressed the circumstance, underscoring you attempting to inspire me to go further. The host answered, when I was first acquainted with who Charming was, I thought there was something among Saucy and Jay staying faithful to his standards woman, clarified that talking about another man's very own undertakings wasn't in his personality, particularly considering his public quarrels with Jay-Z. He communicated, "It would be so out of my personality to talk on one more man's business and Jay-Z being a little underhanded isn't even that far-fetched considering his set of experiences of deceiving the Jay-Z conning embarrassment with Beyonce was one that sent shockwaves through media outlets and enthralled the public's consideration in this story of adoration treachery and recovery. The power couple's relationship confronted a turbulent period that turned into a worldwide sensation. Bits of gossip about Jay-Z's unfaithfulness originally surfaced in 2014 when an observation video spilled showing Beyonce's more youthful sister Solange Knowles truly going after him in a lift hypothesis went crazy. Any episode caused a commotion about the province of Jay-Z and Beyonce's apparently wonderful marriage. Then came the stunner Beyonce, known for her capacity to transform individual encounters into melodic magnum opuses, delivered her widely praised collection Lemonade in 2016. The collection was a crude and close-to-home excursion that left no question about the difficulties looked in her relationship with Jay-Z. The verses of tunes like Implore You, Get Me a Hold Up, and Sorry said a lot about treachery for pardoning and strengthening fans and pundits. The same took apart the verses, looking for hints about Jay-Z's supposed offenses. Hypotheses revolved around an undertaking with a lady known as Becky with the great hair referenced in the tune. Sorry, this secretive reference filled vast speculations with fans anxious to uncover reality behind the verses. Jay-Z stayed hush, leaving fans hungry for answers. The public anticipated his reaction, and it came as his 13th studio collection, 444, delivered in 2017. In this profoundly private and reflective work, Jay-Z uncovered his deepest feelings, admitting to his previous slip-ups and getting a sense of ownership with his activities. He recognized the torment he caused Beyonce and their family, offering an open acknowledgement and